Hey guys, decided to make a part 2 concerning Hawaii on July 22nd. Um, I just want to say that I believe with a high amount of confidence that something will happen on this date. Still with a high amount of confidence that the location might be Hawaii. Um, Less confident about the actual specific that there will be a tsunami or volcano. It's hard to get all three things. But I think we may see something. Uh, After the New York blackout, I noticed that United States, I made a video on it, U.S. Cyber Command was connected to that blackout yesterday, and it's also connected to July 22nd. So it could just be a blackout, but I'm in Hawaii, but it could be more. I don't know. I'm gonna run down the number connections, and I have a little bit more information, but just gonna make a shorter video, more compact. If you didn't watch the other one, I'm just gonna. The first thing is that we have the heliacal rising of Sirius for Hawaii. It's the first time they see Sirius in the sky. Because the sun won't be in the way. It will rise before the sun, approximately 7 degrees. That's called the heliacal rising of Sirius. And ancient Egyptian times, it coincided with the flooding of the Nile. And so the theory was that when Hawaii sees the star for the first time, it will also receive some type of flooding. Because that it was shown in the iPet Goat 2 video. I talk about it in the other video. But moving on, the Easter Island eclipse in the iPet Goat 2 video. It's all about eclipses, and the head from Easter Island is in there. So I talk about it in the other video if you want to watch part 1. But anyways, from the previous eclipse over Easter Island in 2010 is 9 years and 11 days to July 22nd. The one that we just had on 7/2 to July 22nd is 20 days, but it's also 20 equals 9 plus 11. So, moving on, Kilauea erupted on 5/3/2018, and I do a reverse date that I show up in my other video, so I moved the instead of 5/3, put 5/7/22 and 5/3 over here. So it's 9 months and 11 days apart to 7/22. The Hawaii false missile alert was 1 year, 190 days to 7/22. 1/13/2018. Hawaii Electric Company founded on 10/13/1891 to 7/22/2019 is 6,666 weeks and 6 days. But it makes it more interesting that U.S. Cyber Command, founded on 6/23/2009, when the dates are reversed, put the 6/23 over here. Oops. And 7/22 over here, you have 9 years, 11 months, and 1 day. And I showed in my other video how it was connected. U.S. Cyber Command was connected to the New York blackout date that we had yesterday. So that's why I'm saying, since this connects to the U.S. Cyber Command, it could just be a blackout, but I don't know. It could be everything. But moving on, Honolulu was incorporated on April 30th, 1907 to 7/22. It is 111 years, 9 months, 1 week, and 1 day apart. Another 9/11 code. The solar eclipse over Hawaii. This is, I think, is one of the biggest factors. It will land whatever happens, whatever big thing that's going to happen in Hawaii, it's going to be connected to this eclipse. But that connects when the dates are reversed. I didn't put it down there. 2 years, 230 days. So if the tsunami or whatever, the big event doesn't hit this day, it's going to be connected to this eclipse, I almost guarantee you. I've seen where they do marker points, but so much is pointing to this date, it's hard to believe that nothing will happen. So there's a plane crash in New York City. I just thought I'd add this. It wasn't in Hawaii, but it was after 9/11. It was roughly 2 months afterwards. I don't remember the exact extent of it, but there was a lot of fatalities, and but it just happened and that was 923 weeks to 722, and 923 is a big number with the occult. Here's another one that I didn't talk about, another number connection. I thought Queen Elizabeth was born on April 21st, 1926 to 722. Our target date is 1,119 weeks and 1 day. The Pope was elected 3/13/2013 to 722 is 2,322 days. And if you haven't seen the other videos, I talk about the number 322 and 9/11. It's generally 1, 3, and multiple 2s, and that's the number of Skull and Bones Secret Society. And 9/11 is just a number that's being used, and that obviously we all know about. So, and CERN's symmetry video is 190 weeks and 1 day apart. 7. George Washington was elected 4/30, 1789 is 230 years, 2 months, and 22 days. Our first president, who is a Mason. It's the 203rd day of the year. Hawaii tsunami equals 203 in reverse ordinal gematria. Now, I've been actually looking at some other dates for possible tsunami if it doesn't. I do highly believe we're going to see, I'm going to say at least a blackout. The reason why I've been looking at some other dates for tsunami, this movie, as I like to connect movies and other things, books or whatever, just Johnny Tsunami. Okay, it was based in Hawaii. So, not really need to go over the movie, but just because of the name of it. And so that was July 24th, 1999. And I noticed that there's a string of dates that coincide with the eclipse over Hawaii. And that's what they do. They have like marker points. This day, then this day, then this day. And you'll see the same you'll see the same two things connect. Let me show you. Okay, this was the eclipse over Hawaii, 3/9/2016. Um, 9/27/2019. And if I go over, let's see, wait, I gotta show you that it connects. Oh yeah, 3 years, 202 days. And you'll see how it connects to, again, it reconnects to the eclipse over New Zealand, 9 years, 11 weeks, and 1 day. It connects again. But look, it connects to the movie Johnny Tsunami, where the other date didn't connect. 20 years, 2 months, and 3 days. So, going back to the eclipse over Hawaii, we'll forward to 10/15. 3 years, 220 days. Now I'll go back to the movie Johnny Tsunami. And I'm not going to go to look through the other connections. I'm just going to show you these two things. It connects again, 20 years, 2 months, and 3 days. And to October 17th. Connects, well, you can look at it like that or like this. 20 years, 2 months, and 23 days. Now looking back to the eclipse over Hawaii, we have 3 years, 222 days. There's 3 days in a row where they both connect. Now we go to 11/7. 11/7 is interesting because it's the 311th day of the year, and Fukushima was on 3/11. And it's the opposite of the New Zealand eclipse. So that connects to this eclipse over Hawaii, 191 weeks, 1 day. Now we go back to the Johnny Tsunami movie and look at 20 years, 3 months, and 2 weeks. So this movie coincides with 4 dates that have a 322 connection. This just tells me that if that doesn't happen on July 22nd, look for another date. Look for one of those 4 dates that I just showed you. We might be looking at 2 separate events. Something might happen on the 22nd, then another event happens on one of these 4 dates that I showed you. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. We'll have to see. But I don't think that's coincidence that movie has 4 connections with the eclipse. It would have to be placed. The date of the movie would have to be perfectly placed. And I don't know if there's any other movies that have the word tsunami in it or are concerned with the tsunami and have to do with Hawaii. That's the only one that I know of. So I thought that was really interesting. So I wanted to share that with you guys. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. A lot of things have been happening, but like I said, it's really hard to figure out the exact date and the specific location and the specific event. Figuring out a date and being vague about it is much easier, but yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. All right. Take care, guys.